And welcome back to this episode of Gabe's Cave. I'm your host this week, Uncle Nasty, and y'all know what it is. It is a Meet the Artist segment, and you guys are lucky because this week you are definitely going to get to meet the artist. But before we jump in and I tell you who that's going to be, let's take just a minute and thank our sponsor, rpghiring.com. Thank you, rpghiring.com. We know y'all are building people, changing lives, and none of this would be possible without you. And this week we have an amazing artist, and that is Cyrus Sherkat. Cyrus, how you doing, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Good to be here.
Oh, man, you know, we are loving life here at the cave. Blessed to be able to talk to you and to give these amazing cards away. Dude, you really knocked these out of the park, bro.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. It's always a blast to work with you guys. Just doing a little bit of everything, and it's my pleasure.
So what have you been up to, man? You got any projects or anything going on? Or
Oh yeah, lots of stuff going on. Lots of cards all the time. That's what I do full time. Is these little cards. So yeah, just constantly moving on those. Just one set after another, keeping them rolling, and just trying to pay the bills.
What about any convention appearances? Are you doing any of those here anytime soon?
I appear at them, but I don't really. I've never sold. You know, I like to go, and sometimes I'll get some artwork signed, and do a card for it with a signature. But no, I've yet to actually go and sit and get a booth and actually hawk my wares. Just still kind of building up a resume, I guess, and where I do a lot of original work. I feel like I don't have a ton to offer, because people buy it right as I make it. So I'm still kind of figuring that out, man.
Well, maybe one of these days people will get a chance to bump into you at a con and meet you in person and maybe get your autograph.
Oh, shoot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're free. Come get them.
That's what I'm talking about. So, bro, we give free reign. So we don't ask, or make any kind of requests on these cards. So the artists get to pretty much give us what they have in their heart at the time. So we have a very broad selection of cards here from very different forms of media within the pop culture world. Let's start right up here at the top. And this card, dude, the amount of detail in such a small space. It's really crazy the stuff that you guys can do. This is obviously from Mars Attacks, but tell us a little bit about this card and why you chose to do this.
Actually, man, no, I actually corrected you wrong earlier. It's from Men in Black.
Men in Black, yeah.
Yeah.
Mars
right.
Attack. Yeah, I said Mars Attacks twice. Yeah, Men in Black. That is the little dude in the head in Men in Black.
I see how they get confused, those little guys. Yeah, man, that little guy I always thought was funny, and yeah, I did want to do something really kind of intricate, and a theme you'll notice in all of these, if nothing else, is that I kind of tried to find references that play with color a lot. Lots of blues and just something that'd really, give it a little pop. So I really like that one too. I thought it turned out pretty cool.
Yeah, brother. Somebody's going to be lucky with that. It's going to be some hard choosing to see what they pick first. Next here we have this is like pop culture, like history right here. What made you choose to do this card?
Gotta love Fifth Element. I don't know, man. I was just trying to appeal to a different audience, maybe people who don't know me as well from, Star Wars, obviously. Just kind of throwing examples out there of different things I can do. And like I said, again, with the color, with those oranges and stuff, I thought that was really cool. Kind of tied into another couple of the cards I did for the set. So, yeah, man, just a little bit of different appeal to different people.
And that's such a funny little scene right there when she's like, I got my pass.
Multi-pass, yeah.
And we talked about this card before we ever even started the actual interview, and I was talking about this, the T-Rex Jurassic Park. I mean, all the way down to where we talked about it a while ago, but the depth that you created by doing this with leaving his image blurry, just like it is when you watch the movie in this scene. You know, he's blurry because it's raining, there's a storm, and the camera is focused on the T-Rex coming out of the rain. I mean, you really captured this scene in this card. What was the thought process on this while you were doing this card?
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, well, a lot of things when you're working with the flat media like paper, you just try to push and pull to give it a different depth with both the light and the dark, and then like I did here with the blur, it just kind of sets the space a little bit more. And then especially when you know the movie, you know that the guy T-Rex is kind of like ready to chomp. It kind of just sets you back in that scene a little bit more. So, and that's kind of something new I've been messing with. So I'm glad it kind of visually worked, to everybody else, not just my wonky eye, So.
Now, I'm a fan of the Jurassic Park series. I am all the way to the newest ones. But there was something about that first movie. I don't know if it was because I was younger and my imagination was wilder, but there was something about this part of this movie where the kids are in the Jeep, the cup is shaking, you can see the water ripple. And even though all of the Jurassic Park movies had a little bit of jump to them, I don't think that any of them captured the emotion of what that first movie brought, and just how honestly terrifying a situation may actually be should you find yourself in the presence of a dinosaur.
Right. And I mean, any kind of animal, when you're stuck in there with it and it's like, but then it's a freaking dinosaur, it's over. But yeah, like you said, I don't know if it was where we were younger or, I definitely, that had a lot to do with it, but there's something about that time period in the 90s. It was just, oh man, it's hard to beat that scene and that, what they captured with that, and just the rest of that whole movie. Just, yeah, it's hard to beat.
And see, I tell people that I'm not afraid of much. Like, I have a fear of extreme heights, like it really tall surfaces.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's natural.
And then
that's natural.
I have a fear of being eaten by anything. So, like, going out in a boat in the ocean is out, because I will still be alive as the shark is chomping me in half should something happen.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, it's just it's just risk I'm not willing to take. I'm not going on no cruise.
I totally understand that, man. I mean, if you're going to put yourself out there, I mean, dress yourself up for a shark. I mean, it's easy pickings, and I agree. I don't like to get, especially as I get older again, and that throw my age under the bus. But yeah, man, I ain't getting wet out there with all those things sucking and chewing on me.
No, it's not happening.
Mm-mm.
Next card here, man, we've got just an amazing character just all the way around. I don't think you could ask for a better comic book character, and that is Hellboy.
Yes, sirree.
Just a fun character. So tell me about this card, man. He's got that sinister look in his eye right here.
Yeah, I've always loved Hellboy as a character. And then, just where that new one came out and where they kind of reimagined the live action version of him, I just thought that was kind of cool. And I figured maybe kind of a different kind of audience might appreciate that. So.
I liked the older ones, with the original live action, the first two, but I liked the new. Yeah, I liked the new guy though. He did a good job.
Yeah, the Stranger Things guy. Yeah, I thought so too. I know a lot of people didn't care for it. It's just hit or miss with those types of things. But if you like the character, just take it and be happy with it. Like anything else, I don't expect more or less anymore.
Next here, it's another beautiful card. This is a character that developed on a very crazy line in the Marvel films, and this is Nebula.
Yes, sir.
She, dude, just an amazing card. The look on her face, the expression that you captured in this, it looks very lifelike for sure.
Thank you. Yeah, that was and I actually I'm bad about seeing movies really late, so she's probably done stuff that I have no idea what you're gonna, what's going on with her. But that was right when they were like when Thanos was pulling her apart. So I always like that scene. And
So you have not seen the new Guardians movie?
no, sir, no, not that one.
Well, I don't want to spoil anything for you, but her character development, they did things with Nebula. I mean,
Good.
yeah,
They were building her up really nicely,
yeah.
and where her and Gamora were kind of like getting to be sisters again or whatever. So hopefully by the time this hits the airwaves, I'll have watched it and then I can really know what's up.
Like, yeah, that's what Uncle Nasty was talking about. Next, we have another MCU popular fan favorite, and that is Loki.
Yep. Another one that I hadn't really done before. Like I said, I'm more versed with Star Wars stuff. I am just kind of getting in with different card companies. Upper Deck does Marvel. So I'm just kind of getting started with them and kind of getting my feet wet with doing some of their characters. And again, just to harp on the color, that was another one that really jumped out to me. And, when we first started, you were like, wait, who is that again? I didn't really recognize him with all the, loud colors on his face.
Yeah, the hue, and is this the scene where he sacrifices himself to save?
Yeah, where right before he gets choked out, yeah, he's trying to stab Thanos. I guess that's what is the beginning of Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the blue of the cube on his face there.
Yep.
And I kind of just like to push the colors a little louder than what they are on, especially when you see him on a screen or you see it in a photo. It always looks better in hand, but if it has that actual pop when you see it on a screen, it's like that's when you know you're getting somewhere.
It's a fantastic card, dude. Just fantastic. Next up over here beside Loki, we have Mando, and
Yep.
there is all kinds of reflections going on in this armor. Just fantastic. And once again, he did the whole depth thing where the background back here, it's intentionally blurry. I mean, and that's just so gnarly that you can capture something like that in artwork that you normally only see in photography. But blurry background, that way your main focus is Mando and his armor, and it's popping out at you. I mean, if this was, I know I've said this on other interviews before, but I play video games on computer, so if this was being made on a new graphics card, it would definitely have the ray tracing on.
Well, you're already over my head because I'm digitally challenged, so I'll just shake my head like I know what you meant.
Yeah, ray tracing. Yeah.
Exactly that. Yeah, I was just about to say that. So,
Well, what made you want to do this card, man?
I had to do one Star Wars just because, and I don't remember if that might have been like an episode that had probably just come out at that time, or it was just one that I had saved on my computer. I usually, or even if I'm watching an episode or a movie or whatever, I kind of take mental snapshots because I know I'm going to come back to it and frame it up and make a card out of it. So that's probably most likely what that one was. I really like like you said, the reflections.
Well, and
So I'm glad y'all dig it.
oh yeah, we do. We dig it, and I imagine this is going to be one of the first ones picked. If I had to pick, which I do, we do this on the episode. Honestly, guys, as much as I love the Mother of Dragons, I know we hadn't got there yet. If I had to pick first, though, even as much as I love all the detail in the little gearing and all the metal arms and stuff inside this head right here, I think I'd have to go with the Jurassic Park card. But luckily in Gabe's Cave, this is not Star Wars or Star Trek. You can have both because, this is Nerd Haven. So right beside the Mando card here, we have something for the Star Trek fans.
Yes, sir. And honestly, I'm pretty ignorant on. I know that's Picard or whatever. but I know him from X-Men only.
Professor
So,
X.
yes, sir. So I won't act like I know anything about that other than I just wanted to show a little love to the Trekkies.
Well, it is a fantastic card. Once again, it has the ray tracing on. Here we have a lot of people's beloved pop culture icon here, Edward Scissorhands.
Yes, sir. Eddie.
So tell me about this. Besides, Johnny Depp being Johnny Depp, tell me about why you picked Edward Scissorhands.
Well, actually, I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan, and I know for a fact that one was right pretty close to after that whole thing with him went down and was done. So I definitely wanted to do something with him. And, he has just so many cool different characters. Jack Sparrow, Edward, and God, who else? I kind of wanted to go with one that was more pop culture-y, obviously, to fit with the cave here. But I don't know. I just like the dark and the bluish kind of, I don't know, Tim Burton feel you get when you think of him in that movie. So I thought it would kind of be cool, and hopefully people like that one as well.
Oh, I'm sure they will, brother. I'm sure they will. Last but not least, here we have the Game of Thrones cards. We have a little bit of snow action and a little bit of Mother of Dragons. Walk me through this card a little bit. Tell me why you chose these characters specifically from Game of Thrones.
That I felt like I wanted to definitely get that universe. Game of Thrones obviously show them some love, but just their relationship. They're not. I don't know, and I don't want. Obviously, if you've seen it, they were romantic. They're related. It's like an episode of Jerry. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Jerry.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. Jerry. But yeah, man, I thought that I don't know, that frame and that composition kind of encaptured their relationship, and again, maybe a wider audience might be drawn to that. Just I have sort of a key group now, and just sort of showing that I can do a little bit of everything. You look at these and it's like, oh, maybe you could get like a pet portrait or like I don't know, your grandma or whatever. So
shout out grandmas worldwide.
Yeah, for sure, man. They're always holding it down. But yeah, get a card of your grandma. That leads me to my next thing. I'm open for commissions.
Yep, that was my next question for you to
yes,
see.
Sir. Yeah. Commissions are open. I usually take a list, and then I try not to overextend to where I make people wait more than like a couple weeks when I'm actually about to work on the card. And then just go from there. I definitely want to work with any and everybody. So yeah.
Have you got a chance to do a comic cover yet?
I do. I haven't done one officially, like that was in print. I definitely have done a lot of blanks that, when I say a lot, I don't know if maybe I finished two, but I have a bad habit of starting them and just moving on. That's a lot of the reason I'm into cards, because I spend a few hours and it's completely done. So kind of with my attention span anymore, it just sort of helps to have a thing, work on it for a day or two, get it, move on, not just peck at something for 40 hours when I know I'm never going to finish it.
Well, maybe one of these days we will get to see you on the cover of a comic book that is purchased, that you can get from any store. Anybody will have opportunity to just go grab one of your pieces of art off a shelf somewhere.
Yeah, that would be cool, man. I don't know if I might be squirreling myself into this sketch card hole, but I hope not. I would definitely want to work on larger things like that, and especially when it comes down to something like that, where it'd be like a mass-produced thing, that would get me convention ready and stuff like that as well. So yeah, always in the realm.
Yeah, anybody that can do something this detailed on something this small deserves to be in a place where they're working constantly on these types of cards, but also where people, a broad audience, could be introduced to you at a mass scale, something where you could see and become a household name without them having to be into certain card packs and things like that. That's what we want. That's the goal here at Gabe's Cave, is we want to make, we're trying our best. We only have so many people that follow us or watch us, but we want everybody that does get a chance to see this to learn something about you. So.
Right. I appreciate it, man. And Marty and Gabe and everybody for having me on, and everybody behind the scenes. It's always a pleasure. This is my second set I've done with you guys, and just the freedom and the free compliments. It's always good. I like that. And yeah, man, I'm glad to be a part of it.
Well, I appreciate it, brother. You got time to hang out with me so I can tell these people about some stuff we got going on before we tell them bye?
Of course, I'm yours, brother. Let's do it.
All right, guys. Well, look, I need to tell you about the Oklahoma City Horror Con that is August 5th and the 6th, and Cowtown Comic Con that is September 30th through October 1st. I'm not just telling you about those places because I want you to go. We are going to be there, so come by and say hi to us. I also need to tell you that on July the 16th, Lisa Miller, the Songbird Pixel Art lady, will be in store doing a signing. On July 17th, Rob Broussard, who's a fantastic comic book artist, he will be in store meeting fans, doing signing, taking commissions. And on July 22nd, we have author T.B. Phillips. He will be in store. He's working on many different series. He's a fantastic author. You guys will love him. Just come by and see him. DP's food truck is still under construction, so it'll be coming soon. And Gabe's Cave After Dark every Thursday night with me, where I sell comic books on Facebook Live, auction style, where many of them start at $1. So Cyrus, now we've told the people everything that's going on, man. You want to do me a favor?
Let's do it.
Just do your fingers like a typewriter. Just click, click, and you're going to give the cards away from last week.
All right, let's give these cards away.
All right, Cave Maniacs, congratulations all you guys out there watching. 1st through 10th place, and you lucky dog down there at dead last, you got the loot box. Yep, y'all know what y'all got to do. Keep sharing, help us grow. All right, Cyrus, anything you want to say to the people, bro?
No, man, I appreciate y'all having me out. Keep on supporting art and artists, Gabe's Cave, comic books, and nerd stuff, man. Thanks again for having me.
All right, brother, man. I appreciate it, man. Peace.
Yep, be good.